So now we'll start with the packaging of DNA. Now we know that the length of DNA in mammalian cell is the distance between the base pair, that is 0.34 nanometer. Okay, so it is 0.34 into 10 raised to power minus 9. Now total number of base pair is 6.6 into 10 raised to power 9. Now length of the DNA can be calculated by multiplying the total number of base pair with distance between the base pair, and it comes to be 2.2 meter approximately. And the dimension of nucleus is 10 raised to minus 6 meter. So a DNA which is 2.2 meter length is packed in such a small nucleus. And how this is possible? This is possible because of the packaging of the DNA is a complex procedure, and how it is developed in eukaryotes and prokaryotes both. Length of the DNA in E. coli is 1.36 mm. Now packaging of DNA helix in prokaryotes. DNA is negatively charged and it is associated with proteins that are positively charged in a region called nucleoid. So when you will see the nucleus, as we know in prokaryotes there is no nuclear membrane, so the DNA which is negatively charged will be associated with the proteins and it will form a coiled structure, okay, without any nuclear membrane, and this is nothing but the nucleoid. Okay, this is nothing but the nucleoid. Okay, now when we come to the DNA packaging or packaging of the DNA helix in eukaryotes, the organization is little bit complex. Okay, now negatively charged DNA is associated with, or it is wrapped around with positively charged proteins. These proteins are known as the histone proteins, which are the basic proteins. These proteins are positively charged, are called basic proteins because they have or they contain a lot amount of basic amino acids, that is lysine and arginines. Histones are of 5 types, that is H1, H2A, H2B, H3 and H4. Now 8 histone molecules are associated and they form a histone octamer. Okay, 2 molecules of H2A, H2B, H3 and H4 are there. Okay, so the total becomes 8. Okay, now when we talk about the organization of the DNA helix in eukaryotes, we can say that the organization is really complex. Now negatively charged DNA, the negativity is due to the presence of the phosphate group, is wrapped around the positively charged proteins which are basic in nature, and these proteins are called histone. Now histone proteins, if we talk about histone proteins, they are positively charged, so DNA can wrap around them because unlike charges attract each other. They are basic proteins and they contain basic amino acids, okay, that is lysine and arginine. Okay, so they have a lot amount of basic amino acids which in total will make the charge of the protein that is positive. Now histones are of 5 types, that is H1, H2A, H2B, okay, H2B, H3 and H4. Okay, the histones are of 5 types and 8 histone molecules are associated with each other to form a histone octamer. Okay, so 2 molecules of H2A will be present, 2 molecules of H2B, 2 molecules of H3 and 2 molecules of H4. So the total becomes 4 into 2, that is 8. Okay. Now, what is nucleosome? Nucleosome is nothing but the negatively charged DNA wrapped twice around a positively charged histone octamer to form a nucleosome. Okay, so when we see this structure, this green ball, it is made up of the histone proteins. Okay, this is an octamer, and here you can see that the pink color thread-like substance is the DNA which is wrapped around the octamer. Okay, now it contains 200 base pair of DNA. So this pink color part which makes 2 round has approximately 200 base pair of DNA. So one octamer As we know that when we are talking about the length of the DNA, we talk about the base pair which is present in the DNA. So the length of the DNA which is wrapped around a histone octamer is 200 base pair. Now these nucleosome will form chromatin, which is the beads on string structure, okay, which is seen when we stain the nucleus. You can see here, this is a histone octamer, this is the other histone octamer, and this is the other histone octamer. Okay, so you can see like the structure is like this is the bead part. Okay, this is the bead part, and this is the bead part. Okay, this is the bead part. Okay, and this is the string part. So you will see this beads on string structure when we'll talk about the chromatin structure. Now during cell division, chromatin fiber is coiled to form chromosome. So we have seen that both the chromatids which are formed, the DNA gets double but chromosome number remains same, occurs because of the formation of the chromosome. Okay. Now in higher level, along with histone protein, presence of non-histone chromosomal protein is also important in the packaging of the DNA. Okay. So nucleosome is nothing but the negatively charged DNA wrapped twice around a positively charged histone octamer and form a nucleosome. It contains some 200 base pair of the DNA. Nucleosome form the chromatin, that is beads on the string. You can see here beads on the string. Actually it is like this. This is the nucleosome. Okay, and many nucleosome will be there, and each nucleosome will be having what? 200 base pair. 200 base pair of the DNA. Okay, and during cell division, chromatin fiber is coiled and it forms a chromosome. In higher level, along with histone protein, presence of non-histone protein is there, which will help in the packaging of the DNA. Okay. Now two regions of chromatin are there. One is the euchromatin and other is heterochromatin. So euchromatin is loosely packed, it's light stained, it is active. Okay, that is transcription takes place. The heterochromatin is densely packed, dark stained and inactive. You can take a common sense point that when it is loosely packed, more stain will be there. Okay, more stain will be there and it will be washed out because it is loosely packed. Okay, so and when it is loosely packed, it has uncoiled itself for doing something, and that is the replication process or other things. Okay, so euchromatin is lightly packed. Okay, the euchromatin is loosely packed, lightly stained, active, that is transcription is taking place. Heterochromatin is densely packed, dark stained and it is inactive. So this packaging of DNA is very important. Okay, in prokaryotes the DNA is negatively charged and it is associated with proteins that is positively charged in a region which is called as nucleoid, because in prokaryotes we don't have a nuclear membrane. The length of the DNA in mammalian cell is nothing but the distance between the base pair when you multiply that with the total number of base pairs. So the total number of base pair is 6.6 into 10 raised to 9. When we multiply this with the distance between the base pair, that is 0.34 nanometer, we get 2.2 meter approximately. And the dimension of the nucleus is 10 raised to minus 6 meter. So you can see that how this long DNA is packed in such a small nucleus. Okay. Now packaging of the DNA helix in eukaryotes, it is a very complex process. Here the negatively charged DNA is associated or wrapped around the positively charged protein, the octamer, which is made by the histone protein. These proteins are called histone proteins and these are the basic proteins. Now these histone proteins are positively charged basic proteins. They contain certain basic amino acid and so the overall charge of the protein becomes positive. Okay, the nature becomes basic of that protein. So these amino acids are lysine and arginine. You have to remember this. Now histone are of 5 types: H1, H2A, H2B, H3 and H4. Remember that histone are of 5 types: H1, H2A, H2B, H3 and H4, and 8 molecules in the nucleosome, okay, which forms the histone octamer, are having 2 molecules of H2A, 2 molecules of H2B, 2 molecules of H3 and 2 molecules of H4. Okay, so they form a octamer, and 4 histone are there. So 4 into 2 makes what? 8 histone molecules, and 8 histone molecule makes the octamer. Now negatively charged protein DNA, okay, is wrapped around the positively charged protein. That is the octamer which is formed by the histone proteins. That is the histone octamer, and it is called what? It is called nucleosome. So negatively charged DNA wrapped around the positively charged histone octamer forms a nucleosome. Now it contains 200 base pair of DNA. So on one octamer or one nucleosome, we can say that 200 base pair of DNA is present. Now this packaging will be there, and so the nucleosome will form a chromatin, that is the beads on the string region that is present in the cell when you stain the cell and when you see that. Okay, now this is the structure, beads on the string. You can see here, this is the bead, this is the octamer. Now this is the DNA, which is the linker DNA. Now this is the other bead, this is the other bead. Okay, so we see a bead on the string structure. Now actually the structure is this is the bead. Okay, now H1 histone helps in the linking of the other DNA. Okay, so this one you can see here the presence of here H1. Now this is the other nucleosome, this is the other nucleosome. So many nucleosome will be arranged, and they will have what? Beads on the string structure. During cell division, this chromatin fiber is coiled to form the chromosome structure. Now these beads on the string structure will now form a definite structure, which is the chromosome. Okay, and this chromosome structure is only visible during the cell division. Now in higher level, along with histone protein, presence of non-histone proteins, non-histone chromosomal proteins will be there, which will help in the packaging of these two. Now 2 regions are present on the chromatin. Okay, one is euchromatin and other is heterochromatin. So U means true chromatin. Now true chromatin should be transcriptionally active, loosely packed, and it is lightly stained. Because it is loosely packed, all the stain there will not be able to stain because all the molecules are far apart. Okay, and heterochromatin will be densely packed. When there are many molecules, all the molecules will take up the stain, and it will be dark stain, and it is the inactive portion. Okay, so this packaging of DNA is very important, and today we learned about the packaging of the DNA in prokaryotes as well as eukaryotes both.